Yeah, we're running a little bit hot tonight. I can barely see the road from the heat coming off. Reach down between my... Anyway, I gotta get back to work. You gotta be careful when you're doing that with a heat gun, especially this one. Whoa, that thing is professional. Look at this. We're getting our first actual racing tires. What do you think, Jess? You can carry two at once. They're a lot lighter than those damn radials on the hobby stock, aren't they? Appreciate it, Wes. Gotcha. We got patches. Looks like, look at this. Isn't that? Whoa. That's kind of spiffy. Guess what we got?
It's the Emery.
Guess what we got?
Oh, good. Got some new tires, huh?
We got 5 talls and 3 shorts.
Huh. That'll last a couple weeks. Hopefully.
It's the first race tire I ever bought there, Cal.
Really?
Ever, yeah. I mean, first actual Hoosier branded.
Well, you better
get an exciting moment.
You better get used to it now with that thing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the whole front's gone. The heck?
Yeah. Fell apart already.
Take it apart, put it back together. Take it apart, put it back. Now you can see the professor's handiwork again. Look at that. Nice and straight.
These tires.
Yeah. Take them down the road, get them softened.
Yeah. Feel hard there.
It's amazing how fast money can go on these.
Yeah.
Hopefully the car does too. Well, you can be in the shot, Cal. It's okay.
Stand over here.
So this is our actual race engine.
Yep.
This is the one that's all cheated up, right? That's
Yeah.
why we didn't show how we built it.
We're using the high torque oil.
Ooh. What's Manny think?
I use Mystic. Tractor oil.
Farm
If
and
it's
fleet.
slippery and keeps it from failing, it's done its job.
If everything goes right, we'll be able to put this right over into the car we tore back apart.
So this is the actual carb we'll be using?
Now this was my brother's. So we're gonna dyno. We'll pull my carb off my car and we'll run them both. And then
see which one's better.
they were pretty even. His usually made a little more torque and mine had a little more horsepower. So we might run this one, we might run the other one. Or we could put the big one on.
Like the 4-barrel?
Yeah. No, it'll be.
Is there anything in there that, yep. Gauge will fit, I already checked it.
Well,
Oh, it's been a long weekend. A lot of work. Hey! Javon left a fender there for patches. That'll look good in his basement and or garage, wherever he puts it. Cool. Hi, Milo. All right, Jason, according to Sammy Hagar, how many ways are there to rock?
I have no clue.
And he calls himself the professor. What the hell? There's one. There's only one way to rock. Right, Milo? Milo knew. Huh, buddy? He knew. Yeah, he's definitely camera shy. Hey, Milo. Nope, he's out of here. So,
It's afraid of everything.
Professor's getting ready to
Prime it up.
pour the gas down the gap there.
Filling up the float bowls. We don't have to turn it over 5 million times to get this thing fired up. There we go. A little bit to get her going. I'm gonna put the dog in the truck.
Yes.
Come here, boy.
2 sensitive ears.
Yep. we'll set him in there. Hopefully, don't rip my seats apart.
Gee, Milo, don't eat the truck this time.
Yeah.
It's exciting. This is the motor that's going rat cheer. Rat cheer. Happy rats. Happy rats. It's gonna be a happy rat engine.
So, we actually have our stock car motor together finally. Hopefully everything goes good for the break-in. We're gonna fire it up, get our timing set. Chuck, I'll have you, as I set the timing, I'll have you tighten that bolt up, which is kind of hard to get to. Don't get burnt on the header. It's a 9/16.
9/16, that's 7/16. There we go. This one's got big, bold, old guy print.
And we're gonna break our cam in. So we're gonna run it about 30 minutes, and we're gonna run it at around 2,500 RPMs. And hopefully everything goes good.
He said a bunch of stuff.
We don't want it wiped. We don't want to wipe cam.
Is that a real thing? Like that's a danger breaking in an engine?
It happens, and it's definitely not fun. That's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. This thing's gonna behave.
And will it start up instantly? We will see. Let's see here.
Ooh.
Wants to go.
What do you think, Professor? We got a couple minor leaks.
I think that fitting that's right there is one that was messed up. And I think the top of it's rubbed over. It's leaking oil. It's going to make a big mess if we don't stop it. So we better clean that up.
Yeah, so the Professor was just explaining here that you're running soft springs?
Yeah, we're trying to break the camshaft in. We actually have really soft valve springs. They only have 50-pound seat pressure, which is, I think, small block Chevy back in the day, they'd come with 75-pound seat pressure.
Okay.
So these are very soft valve springs. We wouldn't want to be revving the engine up at all, because it definitely would float the valve out and bend one. The whole reason to it though is to keep the pressure going down on the camshaft that's in this and the lifter is wearing into each other basically at this point. And to keep that pressure down a little bit more, it kind of helps just for the thing to wear in a little bit better and everything to kind of meet its home better. If it has a ton of pressure on it, it's just pushing so hard, and if something goes wrong, there's not as much time and there's not as much forgiveness in it for breaking that cam in. We don't want to wipe a lobe. So we will have to take the valve covers back off. We'll pull all the rocker arms off, and then we'll take each valve spring off and put our race springs back in there, and they're shimmed slightly different, so we'll have to re-shim every one of them too. And then we'll be ready to actually load this up and give it a pull. We had a leak on Jevon's carburetor. At first, that's the only thing that was leaking. I thought, that figures. And then we had a leak on the fitting back here. The top of the flare on the fitting was obviously got bunged up or hit or something. It wasn't sealing up on the oil pressure gauge. And of course, I got a little leak on my oil pan gasket, which I have a one-piece pan gasket, but I put it on at first. We didn't really kind of glue anything, no silicone. I just bolted it up to it. And I like to, after I run them and check them all in, I'll actually take this thing back apart and I'll check it out. Just to make sure, again, that absolutely nothing's happening. I didn't have a piece of dirt or something in there somewhere, or, you know, that was wrong. Do they always do that? No, it's my engine, and I'm just kind of, I guess I'm picky on it, I don't know.
And you wonder why I moved the car down to this shop.
Usually you're just wasting your time doing it. Yeah. That's what.
Those nuts are hot.
Yeah.
That's what she's, never mind. Get it over in front of the camera.
We'll run this one.
Yay. That'll broken.
Yeah. Oh, there's plenty of room. These are a little taller cover, but yeah, that'll work out perfect.
They're like the ones in my hobby stock where they spray oil all over everything.
We shouldn't have any leaks when we're done here.
Perfect. That sure looks like a valve train to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't claim to be a professional. Even Professor laughed at that one. I'm definitely the dumbest guy in the room here.
Now we got to take it off. We'll change out our springs and put some valve stem seals on it. I left the valve stem seals out for the break-in just because I could. I knew I was going to be tearing it back apart. Then we will see what we can do.
This will help the tech guy. He's already seen it.
Yeah. Tells me the exact distance of the spring when it's in there, the height of it. And then the spring has to be preloaded X amount. Like we want the right tension on this, sitting there with the valve closed. So that and then I can use different shims to get it right on the money, basically.
Engines are hard.
And it takes forever. RCC and pistons. Tells the volume.
I'm starting to realize how stupid I really am.
Oh yeah, I guess we can pull without that.
All right, so we're getting ready to do the very first pull on the dyno. Place your bets. All right, so the guys are in here changing carburetors on the dyno now, it looks like. Manny, what's going on?
I don't know.
Was it just loading up too much fuel?
Yeah, something ain't right.
Something problem? So anyway, yeah, turns out like dynoing an engine is a lot more complicated than you might think it is.
Oh, this is a pain in the dick. You gotta connect to the back. Oh, I see that. Did you lose power or something?
Something happened. You just died.
Cal?
280.
Really looks like a bear of a motor. 390.
390. All right, my guess is going to be, I'm going to say 410. How about that? 410.
Whipping over there. I did spray your truck. That's alright. You know, Joe.
Oops.
Just gonna roll around the building.
Don't worry about those little wrinkles.
No.
In about 4 races, the whole hood's gonna be wrinkled.
Oh, come on. So what are your goals? Let's do a driver profile on Javon.
Oh.
What are your goals for the 2024 season? Not roll the car?
Not roll the car is one.
Start there?
Yeah. Oh, hopefully we can get a couple wins.
You were close last year. Like, you legit were close. I know, I was behind you watching.
There was a couple nights I probably should have had one if I would have done stuff a little differently, but...
You mean if you'd have roughed up Jimmy Dasher, you could have passed him?
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't do that to Bill. I wouldn't do that.
Nope, Jimmy's a good guy. Hi, Jimmy!
He's,
Javon said he's not going to rough you up, so don't worry about it.
not too bad.
Not too
Depends
bad.
on the race.
Unless he has a legit shot to beat you, then he would run over his mom.
Yeah. Look at that.
Well, she just... Hang on.
When you talked about a shelf life on vinyl, this one might have met it.
Oops.
Kind of fist this one.
Whoa, hey, family show. I mean, it looks like somebody punched it with their fist, is what he got. So while the professor's up at the campground doing stuff with Dad here today, that's important stuff, he's got me on changing the fuel pump. I just found the RTV. That's handy. You need that. Put the carburetor on. This thingamadoohickey that goes where the dyno one was, but I need some fine I don't know. The bell housing, the transmission. And then take the wheels off. I can take the wheels off. I can do that. Everything else I'm a little sketchy on, but boy, it's gonna be a day. Somebody got white paint all over our Bryn transmission. Wonder who could have done that. You know, the downside to the whole YouTube thing is I can't play the radio or we get copyright strikes, and I gotta share all my money with Joe Elliott or David Lee Roth or whoever we're listening to that day. Because I would love to share some more music with you while I'm doing all this stuff. This is not good RTV. What the hell? I'm just a gigolo, and everywhere I go, people know the part Charlie's playing. Oh, David Lee Roth. We didn't know what we had back in the 80s. Give me a bottle of anything and a glazed donut to go. My ancestors spit on your haircut. What was that all about? I bet when the professor goes back and watches this, he's like, oh my God, he's doing it wrong. He's put way too much on there. Probably. I don't know. That's what happens when you leave me alone. So I'm down there mounting the coupler here, and I've never used a digital torque wrench before, but at 65 pounds I can tell you that the torque wrench is telling me that if you're down there on your back doing this, I either need to get to the gym or get some more leverage. We're going with the leverage thing, I hope. All right, that coupler's on there, and hey look, all the engine mounts are in. This right now Professor's laughing. Why are you showing this? This is easy stuff I gave you to do. Carburetor's in, fuel pump's in. Next, we're putting the Bryn transmission in. And I hear what you're thinking out there, people. I do. You're thinking, Brittany Fox sounds a lot like Cinderella. There's a reason for that. Half the guys in Brittany Fox were in Cinderella. Now you know. I'm tired. But, you know, the biggest oak in the forest was just a nut that held its ground. So we're going to get through this together. Thanks for listening to me babble. Headers are in. The Brin transmission is in. The shifter linkage is hooked up. The line that goes down there that I don't know what it does is hooked up to the transmission sensor majiggy thing. I don't know what it is. Mabob, Madilli? I don't know. This one's in. These two bolts here are harder to get into than freaking Fort Knox. This on both sides kind of sucks, but we'll get it. Getting there. I'm gonna go rob a power steering pump off a sport mod. Don't worry, it's the Professor sport mod. We're not just taking them off random sport mods. All right, back to the shed of junk. Just got to get in here and pull the. Gonna have to move a couple of things. Okay. Upon further review, and I'm no mechanical genius. There appears to be no power steering. There's no, it's gone. That's what I'm trying to say. There's nothing here. Oops. Looks like we're buying a new power steering pump. Unless it's under all this stuff. I don't know. Well, it's a good looking hobby stock, you know. I came from the class, really excited about going into the IMCA Stock
I'm
Car.
not changing it, Yogi.
And
so
Manny's arguing with the tech again. I don't know what's going on.
I'm leaving it.
Anyway, we're looking forward to getting up into
Unreal.
the stock car class, you know, hitting a few different tracks, coming to see you guys at, we're going to be at 141 Speedway. And I have no idea what's going on over here. Manny, what's the problem? Anyway.
Just arguing with the tech guy over here.
Anyway, we'll see you out there this summer.
All right, took had to turn back a late charge there to get it done, but you're starting your week down here with a heat race win. Got to imagine you feel pretty good about that.
You bet. Just want to get that out of the way. Hopefully, just try and keep the car smooth down on the bottom. I didn't really hear anybody, so I have no idea how close anybody was, but just trying to keep it straight, keep out of trouble, and keep going with it.
There you go. Lee Casella gets the win in Heat 2.
So believe it or not, right off the interstate, that's Paisley Park. That's Prince's house. Look, there's the symbol. You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have a little atrium. His Royal Purple Madness just lived right there on the interstate. Good to know. Figured out a way to make my car go a lot faster. Yep, that should do it.